Right, you may be wondering, if the square bracket always opens a tag, how do we actually get a square bracket to appear on our page? Well, let's find out. Again, I'm going to get rid of all of that to keep everything nice and clean. So if I just type square bracket, let's see what happens. Okay, great, fantastic. It does actually work. If I type open square bracket, close bracket, it works fine. But if I'm typing A, for example, so if I actually just want that to appear on the screen, nothing happens. So we've got a problem there. If I actually want to make the characters open square bracket A, close square bracket appear on my web page, I can't do it, at least not like that. There's also questions like how do we get E with an accent to appear, or strange characters that we can't type. And the way that we do all of these things is through HTML entities. So I'm going to go to Google and search for HTML entities, which is what I suggest you do whenever you want to do any of these things. And we get the top result is w3schools.com. If you've been following the links that I've given you in the doc for the course, then you probably will have been to this site already. It's a great site that has a great deal of material on it for, as you can see, not just HTML but CSS, JavaScript, SQL, PHP, jQuery, all things that we're studying in the course. So it's a really great resource. So an HTML entity is essentially a code name that the browser will replace with a particular character. So, for example, I can replace my open square bracket with an and LT colon. So LT is short for less than, because of course that's just a less than sign, and HTML entities are always start with an and sign, an ampersand, and they always finish with a semicolon. So let's see what that looks like. Great, now it's displaying properly. Now there's a couple of different ways to do these. We can actually use the character code, which in the case of the less than sign is 60. Or we can use the symbol for it. Now I'm not very good at remembering all of these things, so I have to look them up every time. But fortunately, the most common ones are given out here. So let's have a look at this one. And NBSP is a common one, a non-breaking space. So I showed you earlier that you can't, in HTML, have lots and lots of spaces together. That's not entirely true. Let's put a number 1, and then a non-breaking space. And then another one, 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 and a 2. Let's see how that looks. Aha, they're nice and spread out. Now, I very much would not recommend actually doing that in your web pages. There are much better ways using styles of separating out two bits of text, but nonetheless, it does work. And so you can see there we've got symbols for various other things, pound signs, yen signs, copyright signs, very useful, etc., etc. There we go, and there are fuller lists of HTML entities on the internet as well. So if you want a whole list, if you want to get a particular character, then use the link in the docs, and you'll find it there.